NEWS.MC on Monaco Info is brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties. Our exclusive interview with the personalities making the Principality.
Good day, this is Filippo Bondurri, CEO of SGMC Capital. As a way of introduction, I was born in Luxembourg, turned into Italy, worked in Switzerland and the Principality of Monaco. And the place of Monaco is where we want now to develop and be of value add for our clients. I've been working in the financial, in the trading, in the banking and in the private office space. And we think that this expertise can now be shared with investors, individuals and institutional that want to have a tailored approach for their portfolio management. My study were in economy indeed. What has changed my view in terms of the direction of the economy was I started here in the Principality within a tiny family office. That family office had two souls, one commercial one and one financial one. I was hired in order to help and develop the commercial one. They were doing trading of wines and spirits, nothing to do with what I'm doing that. That was very interesting because A, we helped develop the company, which was a startup, and B, it was a good way to also see the other part of the company, which was the financial one. I heard in my heart that the financial part was the part where I wanted to develop most, and I wanted to, as a result, go into the place that at the time was the must-be place to stop in order to make sure that the financial is grown, Switzerland. I went into Switzerland and spent 3 years there as a portfolio manager in the fixed income part and as a junior in the trading desk of the equity division. That gave me a broad experience within the multi-asset class. I came back here in Monaco for personal reasons. When my wife was pregnant of my second, we decided that we wanted to live in this fantastic place of the Principality where the landscape is very human and at the same time business related. We came here and I began in the trading room of one of the major banks in the Principality, went into the advisory part of another bank, so we have a multi-year experience within the banking sector, and then had the chance to be part of the development of a private office in the last years. And now the dream has come. We want to set up our own company and share all the expertise we have gained so far with our clients and the investors of today. Principality is for all investors and all persons trying to find a balanced wealth and personal wealth and business balance, a perfect place. In terms of proximity, you have everything when you want. You have a nimble and quick administrative. You have a big total addressable market, 160 billion of AUM. You have many nationalities, more than 104 different nationalities. This is part of my philosophy, our culture, the fact of being with different open-minded but in a nimble place, which is a wealth hub. And this is, by the way, part of a story that led to the creation of our platform. My company is called SGMC, which stands for SG Singapore, MC Monte-Carlo. We wanted to bring together the two key wealth hubs that are Monaco, covering the European space, and Singapore, covering the Asian space. These two are for us perfectly located in order to answer the client and today's investors' need with a good international approach and an excellent view with proximity. In the Principality, you have all the wealth ecosystem in order to make your clients, today's investor, be comfortable with their portfolio investment. You have a system of several banks, 26 just to make a number. You have several companies in the financial sectors, 18, 89, and you have the proximity in order to make sure that you can stay close with your clients and have a constant dialogue with them. This is what passionates and resonates with our philosophy and mentality. In terms of portfolio management and style and the way we adapt into this technology transition, the key is client. We have a client-focused approach and we want to interact since the beginning in order to make sure that we align with the client needs. The discussion that shall be firstly and with an open dialogue and discussion is what is the client expecting from us, what are his or her terms and willingness to accept the risk, liabilities and long-term visions. This is the key in order to make sure that portfolios are adapted to their risk-balanced approach. In terms of technology, We definitely think that the technology should be at the heart of the institutional investor, the retail investors, the professional and the family office and the family that want to adapt into today's landscape. We have adapted ourselves the highest standard of technology. We make sure that artificial intelligence crunch the number. We have our own internal algorithm proprietary, and then we use the human touch in order to make sure that everything we have is properly assessed from the input, outputted, and that fits with the tailor-made, focused for that person needs. The digital investing is a fantastic new landscape, and we are looking at it with very interest. Now, in terms of weighting and allocations of whatever investment, is it digital, is it a classic style, is it private, is it public, is it equity, whatever asset class, this is a discussion that shall come primarily from you, the investor, you, the client. The risk-adjusted perception of your portfolio shall be the driver of your allocation. If you feel comfortable that you have a certain risk-adjusted balance, then we can discuss and enter into the instrument. The instrument shall be reflective of your risk profile and not the other way around. It's not the instrument that drives the portfolio total return. It's the long-term view of the strategic asset allocation that drives the weighting within your portfolio. This is key for us. Monaco was the first time a fantastic place with a sea view with nearly every day of sun. This was the first impression, and going deeply into the Principality, we discovered that there is more. And in last years, there has been an increasing number of people that want to live with a lifestyle, and people that want to live with a lifestyle and work, and people that want to create business and create also value added, and for the ecosystem of the Principality and for the companies that are set up. So we have seen changes in the Principality in the latest years, investors that are getting more and more sophisticated, new generations of investors that are coming here that have different approaches, different needs and different questions to their partners, and we want to address and tackle all of these questions with a tailored and client-focused approach. The joyful of being right in front of the Riviera, the fact that you can go up and walk with a pleasant sea view and do it with proximity, the fact that you could move within different places in the Principality with a walking distance, this is very effective, and this gives a very good impression into one's mind when you discover the Principality. In terms of personal hobbies and activities, I'm a proud father of two, and my family is here in Monaco. In terms of deep passion, other than the financial, I am a musician. I love jazz and I play myself. And the French Riviera is the perfect place, by the way, in order to listen, discover new artists, and potentially also play jazz. So if you are around, we will, of course, happy to send you the list of where we will be producing ourselves, because I do play in a band. Happy to see you there. I play guitar and double bass. Jazz is my passion. Guitar is a very versatile instrument. Double bass is the instrument within the jazz context. All the music and all the passion that are combined together give you a relaxing moment, and at the same time a good way to have a distant time in order to, one, relax, and think with calm into what you want to achieve. And that can be on the music part, that can be also on the business part. They say that music is also coming from mathematics algorithms, and that is true. There are golden proportions within the notes that make the notes sound to our ear very pleasant. There are golden proportions also in the financial investment that make the portfolio more tailored for our clients. We love food, we are deeply passionate about that. Italian food is of course our key resource each and every day, but we love enjoying also French food, Asiatic food, and exploring also different tastes. Here in the French Riviera and the Principality, you can broaden your spirit, and you can of course please yourself with the restaurants that the Principality offer. I love biking, and here in the French Riviera you can bike with different levels of difficulties, which is one of the key features when you want to do bikes. I love swimming, and you can have a distant walk from the sea and you can do it. And we try to do it more than often, doing sport a little bit less than wanted, probably enough. That is part of the business. The Principality inside the global economy has created a wealth ecosystem which is well respected. The system that is present here is coming from years of working. Years of working lie ahead, and like all places, will need to adapt for the evolving landscape and the new challenges that are coming from other countries and the interaction. We work under the assumptions that together, including my company, we will make sure that we will adapt and make the place where we live and work even better. The hub of the Principality and the wealth hub of the Principality comes from the fact that from a geography point of view, we are in the middle of Europe. There is the proximity not only within the Principality, but also in terms of areas that you can join, with our airport, the second largest airport in France, which is right in front of us. There is an ecosystem of business that can help you develop, look at all the challenges that today's investors and today's business want to achieve. The Principality has all the tools in order to answer and to strive to help your growth within your personal and your business landscape. The reasons that pushes today's investor to think about different locations and to eventually choose the Principalities are multi-layers. There is the security, there is the proximity as we mentioned, there is the lifestyle that we have to bear in mind, there is an ecosystem of business that can help you also develop what you are looking for. In terms of where we are going, we think that the Principality has evolved over the past time and is eager and committed to developing also all the tools that will be necessary in order to make all the clients comfortable here. We move into where the choice of living and working can be. There are different places. It can be the Middle East, it can be Switzerland, it can be the UK, it can be different areas. It depends on what you're looking for. Many entrepreneurs and many investors have been living in different places, and each place has specific plus and minus. There are no perfect place to be. It depends what you are looking at. It depends on your family position. It depends on your business position. It depends on the balance that you want to create within these two. It depends also on the enforceability of the law. It is a function also of who is governing that law at a given time and who probably enough will be governing the law in the future ahead, and if the law is respected across time. The Principality tackles all this future and has a good advantage compared to many other areas. Our differentiated approach comes from A, the fact that we are independent. B, we have an holistic, global, multi-asset class, financial portfolio management and financial advisory. Investors, clients, institutions can leverage also on our differentiated factor of being a platform in Asia and Europe, bringing the bridge from Europe to Asia, and the expertise that we have acquired through our working relationships and interactive with smart, large entrepreneurs, family office and private offices across the world, which gives us a unique approach. We have set up a Monaco company, and in order to give the best of our combined interest to our clients, we created a platform. The integrated company has a long-standing tenure in the banking, in the trading, in the financial sector, and has a deep experience in the private space. We see many investors that from Europe want to invest in Asia with a local presence on the ground. And we are hearing more and more Asian people that want to discover and understand the European angle and the European features. We are there to bridge the gap. And on top of that, we've had the opportunity to develop, understand, work and advise a large single family office, large entrepreneur in the Principality and globally also in Asia. And this gives us a unique mindset advantage. We think that Singapore and Monaco are the key wealth creation hub for Asia and Monte-Carlo. This is why we have created to be in the Principality and in Singapore. There is definitely willingness to grow in the Singapore part, and the same is for Monte-Carlo. Covering the Asian part in Europe through the key hubs was the decision that we have taken. In order to make sure that we cover the full spectrum, we have created individual companies that join their forces and can cover a multi-asset class instrument and portfolio management, and can deliver to investors and to the client a deep expertise. We definitely want to be a bridge Europe-Asia.
That's all for today. Thank you for watching NEWS.MC, your English rendezvous on Monaco Info. Discover more interviews and stories on our websites, NEWS.MC and MonacoInfo.com. This show was brought to you by Monaco Legend Properties.